I didn't like the trailers either, and I don't think it's going to be a good movie. But don't you think the Ghostbusters hate is getting a little out of hand? It's now the most disliked YouTube video in trailer in history, and I don't think it's gonna suck, right? It looks like it's gonna suck based on what it is, but this has gone crazy out of control bonkers when we're looking at a movie that is not even out yet.
Yeah, and look, I didn't like the first trailer. I didn't like the second one. The second one was better than the first one. It was less, bleh. It doesn't look like it's going to be a good movie, but we have to talk about what's driving some of the criticism. Like, we're criticizing the movie right now.
No, we're criticizing the criticism of the movie, which we also feel critical about.
Yeah, like, you can not like the movie, but some people, the points that they make about the movie are perfectly valid. But when you see the passion that's driving them, the fact that they are prioritizing this in their mind, I don't think for most people, and this is speculation, it's their undying love for Ghostbusters that is leading them to do what they're doing.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Devin Faraci, who's one of my favorite writers, wrote on his site that there is a touch of at least soft sexism when we're talking about Ghostbusters hatred. I mean, the trailers were corny. The comedy wasn't great.
There's some subtle racism in the trailers too.
It's lame, okay?
It seems kind of lame.
It's lame, but people are acting like it's the worst, most horrible thing in the world. There is putrid, toxic commentary on this, and they act like, oh, I refuse to see it. I won't see it. I'm taking a stand. I'm making, with the intensity of I'm staring down a gun, the barrel of a gun, or I'm going to self-immolate myself to protest something truly important. It's gone out of hand, and I do think it's going to be not great, but I don't think there's a chance this movie will ever be reviewed objectively for how good it is.
Yeah, whether it's the people who like it or the people who don't like it, it's become this like political football that people see it as like, this is the thing about movies being remade into all-female casts. And some people want it to succeed because they want more women in starring roles. Some people want it to explode because they don't want more women either in starring roles, which is the extremist position, or they don't want it to be, in their minds, shoehorned into franchises that don't need to be 100% rewritten into totally female things. But really fast, the one point I would make is, the things that I don't like about the trailer, the jokes that don't land, the gross comedy that doesn't really work.
It's not. It's cliche.
Watch it and imagine a man delivering the lines. The writing still sucks. It wouldn't be better if it was. If the writing of a movie sucks, it really doesn't matter who's playing the roles for the most part.
I mean, when I was looking at this movie, I know I'm probably not going to like it, which is weird because I do like Paul Feig. I do like all 5 main stars of the movie. Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy have shown that they can helm and lead their own movies in the past before. It's just, the way I view it is it's just oddly off for all of them. And what I want to think about is, a lot of people are coming at this with the view of, oh, it's bastardizing my childhood. It's taking something that was beautiful and destroying it. But where was this level of hatred for Total Recall or Conan the Barbarian or RoboCop or Dirty Dancing or any of these others 80s classics with inarguably poor remakes of the original? We also have Mad Max Fury Road, which turned out to be amazing.
Yeah, that was really good.
But that's just another remake that actually did go really, really well. Yeah, it's being treated like a cinematic abomination that should have never existed. But where is the hatred for every abomination that came before this?
Yeah, seriously, we have failed as a community if the most hated trailer is not an Adam Sandler film. What the fuck is wrong with our values these days?
Where were you when Jack and Jill was coming out, everyone?
Seriously, people. Seriously.
So yeah, there are 2 kinds of narratives when you're criticizing this movie. One is, this doesn't look good, and one is, I don't like these women, or I don't, it's tinged. I'm not saying you're all horrible sexist, which is probably going to come out in the comments, but this has become the dominating voice of the criticism, and I truly think that's disgusting, and I think we should be past that at this point, and we aren't, and that is what's really terrible and should be lauded as an abomination.
Yes.